Time. It has a different meaning in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It goes backwards, forwards, it stops. St. Croix is rooted in history. So much of it still remains untouched.
I remember running on these streets as a kid. This shop was right down there. It opened the same year I was born. This is where the original Crucian hook was born. It's the symbol of these islands. And I wanted to have my hands in that very same history. I want to be able to pass it down to my family while still putting a new spin on it.
The U.S. Virgin Islands, we have an amazing culture that developed over time from all over the world.
St. John feels so untouched. Being underwater is like another world. There's no worries, there's no stress. I can just escape. This is my happy place. My passion for scuba diving came at just being fascinated with the water and wanting to be a mermaid. And this is the closest thing I can get to achieving mermaid status. Canadians just love being outdoorsy. We live for adventure, so we love anything hiking, being on the water, diving, snorkeling, and St. John has it all.
It's like some spirit is protecting the island and keeping them raw. The Makujumbi watches over the island. From up there, they keep the evil spirits away.
Get down.
The nightlife in St. Thomas is absolutely amazing. There's always something going on. Everyone comes together to dance and catch a vibe. We're always celebrating. We celebrate freedom, culture, the food, the smell, the music. It's always a celebration. The people here are probably the most priceless thing because they keep the culture going. There's so many different influences on these islands. Food from all kind of countries coming together in new dishes. All of us came from somewhere, but all that we call this home. The VI is a new melting pot. This is where the past and the future comes together.
Good.
Welcome, everyone. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome, everyone, to Sunset on the Terrace. Who's excited to be here tonight? We have 4 beautiful courses paired with 4 amazing wines for you guys tonight. We're super excited to have... Pardon me? Okay. We're super excited to have you guys here tonight. We are expecting a couple extra people, but we're going to get started. Right, Colin?
Good evening. Welcome. Thank you all for coming out this evening as we bring you the second of our weekend, our 21st annual celebration of Taste of St. Croix. Thank you for coming. I'm quite sure, I want to thank the Office of the Governor. Of course, I want to thank the Buccaneer Hotel. I want to thank the Department of Tourism. I want to thank all our sponsors to include, of course, CaribbeanNetworkTV.com, the VI Lottery, Team Consultants LLC, Leeward Island Management. I want to thank them very much. Richard Berry and, of course, my friend Peter Marslin, who are outside right now. Very big supporters from day one of the Taste in our series of events. Via, Marshall and Sterling Insurance Company, Just Right Trucking, Lee J. Roan, the VI Consortium, and, of course, the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture. And it's very important that I mention them at the early part of this as we introduce the second of the 3 event weekend that we're having, because they made this possible, because these events you're seeing are very important to the island as we move forward and open to the world. So I want to thank them. Okay. Now, did you guys attend last night's event at Davy? I mean, wasn't that just amazing? Wasn't that just amazing?
It was fun, right?
Wasn't that just amazing?
It was good.
And this is the second. So I want to thank the management and staff of Buccaneer, Andreas, who have always been there, Norman, and all of the crew here at the Buccaneer Hotel, who have allowed us the opportunity to bring you the second of the governor's culinary events. Okay, these events were basically designed to say, listen, take the vaccine, and once you do, you can start enjoying the world the way we used to a year and 8 months ago. So thank you guys for supporting the cause and taking the right shot. Okay, all right. So Jessica is saying, okay, that's enough politics.
I always look at him. And he's like, are you looking at me
listen,
like that?
so listen, we did this event about 6 weeks ago.
We did.
And it was amazing. I'm like,
we had fun.
It was crazy that people enjoyed it so much. We had to copy and paste it again because people enjoyed it so much. And you guys are going to see what the people enjoyed. I mean, to see Norman here, the Buccaneer and his crew,
Chef Norman,
demonstrate the items that you're going to eat. And then you just get to taste it. I mean, it's unbelievable, okay? We have 4 good courses. You have your menu on your table.
Menus are on the table. We have wine pairings for each course.
Yes, so once we begin, if you have guests that's coming, call them, please, because once that course is over, they can order from the kitchen and get that course again.
Because the band might eat it.
All right, guys, so we're going to begin right now. I do know Some key people are going to come. They did say to move forward. Commissioner Basholti should be here from the Office of USVI Department of Tourism, one of the key sponsors. I know that someone from the governor's office should be here, but they did say to move forward. So we're going to move on. All right. I'll turn it over now to Jessica.
Okay. So I want to introduce Chef Norman, who is the executive chef here at the Buccaneer. He's done an amazing job on a lot of projects with us. So he is going to do the first course, which is our coconut, our roasted pumpkin coconut cream soup.
Yes, yes.
And we have the mic'd up this year, so you can hear.
Ready to go, ready to go.
We're getting fancy, guys.
Welcome, everybody.
Fancy.
How we doing? Woo. All right.
All right, okay.
We're good? Yeah.
All right, good, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy.
Yes. All right, thank you, guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
All right, good to hear it. Thanks for being patient. All right, so the first course is really, really easy and it's quick. It's a local pumpkin soup with coconut cream over the top. So what I did was I got the pumpkin, peeled, diced it, roasted in the oven with onions, shallots, and some thyme for about 25 minutes, right? Take that out, put it in a stock pot, and we cover with vegetable stock. And we want to cook that for about 15 to 20 minutes, right? So what we do with that is we puree it for about 10 minutes because you want it as smooth and creamy as possible, all right? So that's the key, puree. Just when you think you've done enough, continue, do more, right? It's super important. All right, so when that comes out, what we want to do is we want to add some local honey to that, right? And then we want to check for seasoning. You always want to check for your seasonings, right? So we add a little bit more salt and pepper to that, make sure it's perfect. And then we finish with, so I'm from Jamaica, but I was raised in Connecticut. So this time of the year, it's fall time. So this is why this soup came up. Even though we're in the Caribbean, it's just a little bit of a mixture. So if I was in Connecticut right now, I would put pistachios and sun-dried cranberries on the soup. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what you're gonna have tonight, okay? So now the soup is already done. Just gonna heat that up for you. I'm gonna take the coconut cream and heat that up. So nice and thick. So with the coconut cream, all we're doing is adding coconut milk and we're heating that up. And that's it. In the back, we're gonna puree it because we wanna get some air in it. So when you get it, it's gonna be a nice foam on top. All right, so out here, obviously I don't have the blender, so that's okay. All right, so we're just gonna take the cream, put it over the top, like so. Turn off your fire. And I'm gonna add a touch of garnish. Crushed pistachios, sun-dried cherries. All right, so that's your soup, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get that for you right now. Enjoy. Thank you. Yeah, it looked crazy.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Time. It has a different meaning in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It goes backwards, forwards, it stops. St. Croix is rooted in history. So much of it still remains untouched.
I remember running on these streets as a kid. This trap was right down there. It opened the same year I was born. This is where the original Crucian hook was born. It's the symbol of these islands. And I wanted to have my hands in that very same history. I want to be able to pass it down to my family while still putting a new spin on it.
The U.S. Virgin Islands, we have an amazing culture that developed over time from all over the world.
St. John feels so untouched. Being underwater is like another world. There's no worries, there's no stress. I can just escape. This is my happy place. My passion for scuba diving came just being fascinated with the water and wanting to be a mermaid. And this is the closest thing I can get to achieving mermaid status. Canadians just love being outdoorsy. We live for adventure, so we love anything hiking, being on the water, diving, snorkeling, and St. John has it all.
It's like some spirit is protecting the island and keeping them raw. The Makujumbi watches over the island. From up there, they keep the evil spirits away. The nightlife in St. Thomas is absolutely amazing. There's always something going on. Everyone comes together to dance and catch a vibe. We're always celebrating. We celebrate freedom, culture, the food, the smell, the music. It's always a celebration. The people here are probably the most priceless thing because they keep the culture going. There's so many different influences on these islands. Food from all kinds of countries coming together in new dishes. All of us came from somewhere, but all of we call this home. The VI is a new melting pot. This is where the past and the future comes together.
Demo. Okay.
Yeah, talk to her.
Here, come here, Chef Love. We'll take off your mic.
You know you are a hot one. We are lime, we are laugh, we are chat, we no chill, we are hot one. Temperature rise, clear vibes in ya, this a hot one. Link up, connect, bust a sweat when you're the fan, the hot one. We gonna spice it up like fire.
So Chef Love.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the second course.
Yes.
Okay, what's on? What are we doing for the food
So-
demo for the second course? Are you excited? Is this your first food demo?
This is my first food demo live.
Okay.
I am super excited. My first course, I'll be making a local garden salad, and it's from the Croix garden out here in St. Croix.
Okay.
So it's just full of just local gardening foods and whatnot. It'll have goat cheese, some vanilla extract. Vanilla extract, pecans.
Little pecans,
Mhm.
little yes, we got a little goat cheese.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be something just simple.
So
super cake.
like, what's the dressing gonna be? I'm curious.
Pardon me.
The dressing.
The dressing is tamarind. So tamarind is a nut that's only found indigenous to Africa, and so it's just pretty much like a paste type fruit nut, and it's just tart. But once you mix it up with some good flavors, it brings out a lot of pizzazz.
Okay. And where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Arizona.
Okay.
And
So
so I
you're
moved out here
like
from
going
Alaska.
into like the tamarind flavor. You got a little local stuff going on here.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am very excited.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I think they're finishing up the soup, so I think we're going to get started in like 5 minutes.
I'll be ready.
Are you going to listen to the band for a little bit? Then we'll get started.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go.
Thank you. Let's do this.
Thank you. Okay. We have like 5 minutes. Did we do good on our wine pairing? Was the wine pairing good? I tried my best on that one. Okay. Okay. So we are going to introduce our sous chef, Mr. Love, who just came here from Arizona. Pardon me?
Alaska.
Alaska. Sorry. God, Alaska. So, yes. So he's going to do our next course, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Can everyone hear me now? Okay. Okay. So Chef Love is here from Alaska. Moved down recently to be the sous chef here at the Buccaneer, which is really cool. So he is going to bring out and show us how to do an amazing salad. And we just talked about it. So let's introduce Chef Love.
How are you all?
Let's make sure your mic's on.
I think it's on. Can everyone hear me? We can hear? Okay, word.
I'm going to get your wine ready.
Thank you. How are you all doing tonight? Awesome. Welcome to the Taste of St. Croix. So tonight, what I'll be putting together is a super simple dish that requires very little, but tastes great, and I actually can impress some people. So what it is a local salad, and it's going to include several different items. It's going to include bib lettuce, vanilla extract, soaked pecans, depending on where you're from, orange wedges, and goat cheese. And so once I put it together, it's also going to have a vinaigrette, which is a tamarind, which is pretty much an African indigenous nut that is pretty much like a paste, but it's a fruit. It's considered a fruit. It's really good, tangy. So, you know, we got to add a little bit of sugar, of course. So we're going to go that route. I'm going to mix it up, and we'll just go from there, okay? While you all enjoy a little bit of my story, I moved out here from Alaska. So with that being said, it's awesome out here. Absolutely. I'm going to name off some of my ingredients in this tamarind vinaigrette and go from there. I love St. Croix. It is absolutely beautiful. Every day, all day. Hello. All right, so what this requires initially would be some Dijon mustard, and this helps with emulsification, which allows the oil and the balsamic vinegar to come together. Without it, you get that separation, so it kind of prevents that. We're also going to add a pinch of salt, so a pinch. So hopefully you're not too hungry, so it doesn't turn into more of a pinch. It's going to require some parsley, a pinch of pepper, brown sugar, probably about 2 tablespoons, only because of the tamarind and its tartness. You want to tone that down a little bit. You can use white sugar, I'm sure, if you liked it, but brown sugar is a lot better, and it settles a lot easier. And then we have our tamarind that we're going to put in here. And a lot of this you have to do by taste, depending on what you're looking for concerning your taste palette. If you like it tart, you keep it as it is. If not, you add a little bit more brown sugar or white sugar. Our last ingredients will be olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And so when you're making a vinaigrette, you don't want to just splash it in there. You want to drizzle it in there and allow that emulsification to take effect. Without it, you'll end up with just two different tones. And so that's one of the secrets with making vinaigrette is taking your time, which in turn allows it to taste a lot better because you're putting a little love in there. Hence, just saying. Typically, I would probably have another individual kind of holding the bowl, but you know, pretty talented tonight, so we're gonna make this happen. I've been out here 14 days. That's it. That's it. It's awesome.
Well, you know, you either love it or hate it.
Listen, it was paradise from day one when I flew over this, man. For real. It was absolutely fab.
Did you move sight unseen?
Pardon me?
Did you move sight unseen?
Absolutely. Yeah. I Googled it and left. And so this is our turmeric. Nice golden, pretty, looks good. So we'll take this bib lettuce. And we just want some edible sizes. We don't want to create an issue. And the plating is really simple, really cake, doesn't take much, really impressive on Valentine's or Christmas or Valentine's. You know what I'm saying, for all the guys. Fun fact, I have a fun fact. So my fun fact is that Alexander Hamilton used to live in St. Croix. And I didn't know that, so it was fun for me. So we're gonna add these vanilla soaked pecans. We're gonna add a couple of orange wedges and then some goat cheese. What makes goat cheese pretty good is that it's low in protein and high in fatty acids, which is actually good for you. I know, and when you say fatty and acid, don't really sound that great, but it is, I promise you. Yeah, I know they don't really go together, but when they work inside of you, they do. And then from there, we'll take our vinaigrette and we just drizzle a little bit on there. We don't want too much because we don't want to soak the lettuce. We just want to taste it. And it's really, really cake. And that is about it right there. And here you have your local green, pecan, goat cheese, orange wedge salad. And I thank you. Awesome. And we will be bringing some of that out to you all soon, okay?
My name is Carolyn Howell, and I'm the executive producer of the Caribbean Food Network, the newest and the most fabulous way to eat, drink, and think food, fun, anything culinary, travel, tourism, you name it, we're in. Right now, I'm standing in Cookology, or at least one of the Cookologies. Cookology is a fabulous recreational and professional way to learn how to cook. And isn't that what we all want to do? Eating is how we keep going. So in a minute, I'm going to introduce you to Maria. Maria is the founder and the owner of Cookology. We're so excited about our partnership and what the Caribbean Food Network is going to do. We can't wait for you to see. So sit tight.
Hey everyone, welcome to Cookology Culinary School. This is our location in Boston Quarter. We have been here since 2019. We have another one in Dallas Town Center. We've been there since 2009. We've been in business for 13 whole years. aside from the pandemic, which I did a lot of sleeping. But here we are. You want to look in? This is what you see when you come by Boston Quarter. It's fun. It's fun. It's potential fun. Everybody is looking to do something with their friends and family. So here's the front door. Follow the sign. Each one of these doors closes so that you can have 6 kitchens for whatever it is that we want to do in teaching date night, Saturday night socials, meatless Monday, or we can have it open for huge parties. We've done a lot of stand-up cocktail parties, a lot of corporate team building, and this is it. We got one life, so we're not going waste to live a large life. The rich and the famous.
We're setting up for cake and sip tonight, so we have these assortments of trays that have all the ingredients ready so that you can really get full hands-on on decorating your cake. We have full bar obvious, of course. You guys can get some drinks in, we have appetizers available, so you can just relax, have a little fun with a little music. So you can see these beautiful cakes over here. This is the cakes they get to choose from, and they're going to do their best to nail it. The chefs here will give them a little demonstration once in a while to kind of give them a little push, a guide, but they're going to do their best to make it just like you. We got one life, so we're not going waste to live a large life. The rich and the famous.
And I'm glad yours is working out.
And we did okay on the wine pairing, right? We did good? Okay. If anyone needs anything, just let us know. Like more wine, more water.
More wine.
Yeah. But Chef Love, I kind of like your personality.
Thank you. It's mine.
So if you look at the menu on your table, if you look at the menu, can you hear me, guys?
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. The mic is fine.
That's my brother that I never wanted.
But
yeah. Just kidding, Colin. We have a love-hate relationship. Anyway, so Chef Love is going to prepare our third course, which is grouper.
Grouper, yes.
So is that something that you found a recipe when you were in Alaska? Like, where did you come up with this concoction?
Well, grouper is a tropical fish, so it wasn't in Alaska. A lot of salmon. So the chef, he gave me some good ideas. So this is his thing. I'm just creating it for him.
And is this something that's going to be on the menu here at the Buccaneer?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I like his personality, so I think he can still show.
Close mic.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hello. How are you? I'm not on? I'm a chef, not an electrician. Am I good now? Can everyone hear me now? Nice. Thank you. Hope you all are enjoying the food so far. And you're socializing and mingling and having a great time. What I'm gonna prepare for you tonight on my second dish is gonna be a grouper and ratatouille. Now, earlier, I said tamarind. And I was politely corrected, since now I'm a loco, that is tamarind. Oh, everybody knew? Okay. Somebody could have said something before I got up here. Shoot. It's all good though. That's for sure. All right, so I'm just gonna have a little piece of grouper here. We're gonna get our pan nice and hot. And so some of the ingredients I'll be using, it's a jerk grouper. And so it's Jamaican jerk seasoning. Probably not the jerk seasoning you all are used to. So wrong. But it's actually awesome. And so I'm going to be using that. And then as well as I will be utilizing some yellow squash. And you want to dice these up bite size. You know, you don't want nothing too aggressive. We're gonna have a yellow onion. We're not gonna use all of that, just most of it, or some of it rather. And then I already pre-diced some zucchini. And so what you wanna do is sweat this down until it's nice and tender, until the flesh is nice and soft. And just, yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing on this part. Here we have Manzano tomatoes. And so it's already been slightly cooked just to speed up this process. Otherwise we'd be here, y'all be looking at me like this for about 20 minutes. And I mean, I could appreciate that, but you guys got things to do. So with that being said, so sweating this down. And while that's cooking, I'll throw this Manzanos in here. And again, we're not sauteing in a sense of creating any type of color, but we're just getting them soft and edible to the taste and to the bite. And one of the tricks that you should always remember is don't cook everything on high. Take your time, enjoy your food. You know, talk to the food occasionally. Just saying, makes it taste so much better. As long as everything's cooperating. So I was trying to think of more fun facts. I did find one, and it has to do with St. Thomas being a pirate island. Never knew that. Hence, the guy over there looks like a pirate. Just saying. Just play it. Just play it. Yeah, Blackbeard. Yeah, even though they say he never even was never even really landed there. But, you know, we'll go with that. It's a good fun fact. Is it a lot of you all's first time here? Second? What is this? First time for a lot of people? Y'all look like y'all veterans. Yeah, y'all been here. That's nice. Well, it's my first time, and I think it's awesome. I'm having a great time. So what we're going to move to next will be the grouper. You know what? I didn't catch it. However, though, when it was caught, I believe it was close between the Florida Keys and here, because that covers a lot. I think I hit it. You know what I mean? But no, I don't know where it was caught at. However, though, we do get them pretty freshly looking at worst. But they are pretty good. You know, I think it's pretty close from what I see coming in. So we appreciate this grouper. It gave his life for us. And so we're going to give it a little bit of respect and smash it. We're going to have a good time eating this grouper. It had a great life just for us. In the middle of this, while this is cooking down, we want to add herbs, which is thyme, basil, and a little tarragon. That's just for flavor. Now I'm starting to smell that. Y'all smelling that? It's starting to smell like something. I'm telling you, if you talk to your food, it'll talk back. I promise you. All right, so from here, I'm gonna dump this out right here, if that's okay. I need that seasoning in here though, so I'm cooking with all that. So we're gonna put fish seasoned side down. We're gonna allow that to get a little warm, a little hot per se. So when I moved out here from Alaska, the day I left, it was -11. Dang, that hurt, huh? Yeah, I did. Yeah, been there too. And when I got here, I've noticed it is 81 degrees every day, all day. I woke up, it was about 2 in the morning, and I was just in love. Like, you can't miss this. Like, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong out here. Once I get my beach body together, I'll be swimming. And until then, I'll be cooking. Yeah, that's what we doing. Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. So a good temperature when you're cooking fish is about 145. That's a good, safe cooking temp that you want to have your fish at. You don't want to serve raw fish. I mean, just isn't what you do. And in the Caribbeans, everybody cooks well. Well. So I'm with it. I get it. Medium well. I take that. Even though no one has asked me to do that one. Not yet. Everything's cook it all the way. Cook it. I'm like, okay. More. I see. So typically it'll take a few minutes, probably about 8 minutes to cook this little piece. It's a 2-ouncer. So it'll take about 8 minutes to cook that bad boy. I think we're at about 6. I put in a couple words, so that might be about 5, but we're really close. So one other way you can tell, especially with grouper and other whitefish, it starts to get nice and flaky, and it starts to create that separation within the flesh. That's a good another indication that it is getting close to being done and or not done. The good thing about grouper is also it's hard to make it dry because it's just a moist fish. So that's a great thing. We're gonna kill that fire and let the rest of this do its own thing. And I really hope you all enjoy this grouper after I pass it out from the back. You know, the magic of TV. It'll be here shortly. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have a grouper served with ratatouille and jerk chicken. Thank you very much. And we'll have that out to y'all shortly.
Time. It has a different meaning in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It goes backwards, forwards, it stops. St. Croix is rooted in history. So much of it still remains untouched.
I remember running on these streets as a kid. This trap was right down there. It opened the same year I was born. This is where the original Clusian hook was born. It's the symbol of these islands. And I I wanted to have my hands in that very same history. I want to be able to pass it down to my family while still putting a new spin on it.
The U.S. Virgin Islands, we have an amazing culture that developed over time from all over the world.
St. John feels so untouched. Being underwater is like another world. There's no worries, there's no stress. I can just escape. This is my happy place. My passion for scuba diving came at just being fascinated with the water and wanting to be a mermaid. And this is the closest thing I can get to achieving mermaid status. Canadians just love being outdoorsy. We live for adventure, so we love anything hiking, being on the water, diving, snorkeling, and St. John has it all.
It's like some spirit is protecting the island and keeping them raw. The Makujumbi watches over the island. From up there, they keep the evil spirits away. The nightlife in St. Thomas is absolutely amazing. There's always something going on. Everyone comes together to dance and catch a vibe. We're always celebrating. We celebrate freedom, culture, the food, the smell, the music. It's always a celebration. The people here are probably the most priceless thing because they keep the culture going. There's so many different influences on these islands. Food from all kinds of countries coming together in new dishes. All of us came from somewhere, but all that we call this home. The VI is a new melting pot. This is where the past and the future comes together.
Are we ready for our next course, everyone? We have Executive Chef Norman back in the house here. And it was funny because when he came up with the menu, and I was like, okay, so I was reading the menu and I was like, what is that? And he was like, it's duck. And I was like, oh, right. It's like, but is it French duck? And he's like, no, it's like a sexy duck, right?
It's a sexy duck, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it's a sexy duck dish. But, me as being like a food traveler, I do my cooking shows and everything. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. So let's talk about, first off, the name of the dish.
All right. So you have duck a la orange. You've heard of duck with orange sauce. Because I'm in the Caribbean right now, St. Croix, we're going to do it with passion fruit. So duck a la passion.
A la passion. So
Yes.
that's sexy, right?
Wait, yes.
He was like, Jess, it's like passionate duck. And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
We're having passionate duck. What kind of wine am I going to pair it with, right?
Yes.
So anyway, we have a good pairing.
Okay.
Chef Norman is, like I said, executive chef here at the and he is going to show us how to make this dish. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, guys, how are we doing so far? Good. All right, awesome. So I'm just going to focus on the sauce because I really love the sauce for this dish. Just a regular duck. We took the duck, seasoned it, pan-seared it, really, really slow, and that's it. But the sauce is really special. We start off with a gas streak. Does anybody know what a gas streak is? All right, so a gas streak is equal parts acid and sugar. So we're taking red wine vinegar and equal parts honey and brown sugar, and we're going to let that reduce until it becomes a syrup, right? So that's the base of the sauce, right? So that's reducing right now. The honey's in there. I'm going to add the brown sugar. We're just going to let that go down, right? Next, we want to add the passion fruit, right? So we add a little bit of passion fruit juice, let that go down. Right? And then the duck stock. So I got whole ducks in. I took off the duck breasts, took off the duck legs, and I roasted the duck bones in the oven. Added liquid, reduced it down, and that's what you have right here, the duck stock. So what you want to do is let that go all the way down. It's very, very flavorful, very intense, a lot of different layers in this sauce. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And what I did to finish it, I thickened it up with a hint of cornstarch, just a little bit of cornstarch to tie it in together, right? So what we want to do when that's all set is the duck fat. I took some of the duck fat and I got some potatoes and I sliced it real thin and I cooked the potatoes in the duck fat. So the dish is really, really rich with the potatoes, but with that sauce is going to cut right through it with all the acid in there and the passion fruit. Okay, so I want you to look for that when you taste it. All right, so we're all set. Just going to put that over the top. These are the chips, a little bit on top. And then we garnish it. So I'm having the team make that up for you in the back. I really think you're going to enjoy this dish, guys. All right? Thank you very much. With pleasure.
Try my best, ladies. But I'm like a white wine. Ready? So we had an amazing time. At Sunset at the Terrace. We had 4 amazing food demos from the executive chef and the sous chef, Love, from Alaska. We ate, we drank, we have a great party here tonight. So until tomorrow, when I see you at the Fred, we'll have bubble brunch. Until next time, I'll see you on Caribbean Food Network.